Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to do a paint pour, and I've never done one before, so hopefully you don't judge me too harshly. I'm actually going to do 3 of them. I'm going to do one that is just a straight up pour the paint and tilt it around like normal. And then I'm going to do one that is going to be, I think they call it a bloom pour, where you kind of pour it sort of in the middle and then use a straw to blow it around. So I have this reusable straw that I'm going to be using. You can get these on Amazon. They pop open so you can clean them really well. I bought a whole set for like $6. Okay, and then the third one I'm going to do is going to be, what do they call it? I keep wanting to say drag, but that's not it. Like a scrape pour. Anyways, I'm probably messing up the terminology, but this is my first paint pour ever. I bought a whole stack of these 8x10 flat board canvases, and I have a silicone mat inside of a cardboard box that I've kind of put together. Excuse me. I forgot to put tacks underneath these, so I'm going to do that real quick before I start, and then I'll probably just splice all these videos together. But I did want to show what colors I'm going to be using. I mixed up a brown, and it's kind of a little bit, I put a little bit of gold in there, and I also put Floetrol and a little tiny bit of water. So that's the brown. And then I mixed up a kind of like an orange sherbet color, and it also has Floetrol and water. And I just eyeballed it. The directions on the Floetrol said 3 parts paint to 1 part Floetrol, but I just kind of eyeballed it and gave it a little bartender eyeball, little whoop, you know? Anyways, and then I poured this Mountain Blue and Floetrol and water. Oh, and back up a little bit. I did actually put a tiny bit of gold in this orange, just to give it some metallic, because supposedly it makes better cells if you put a little bit of metallic in some paints. I did not put any metallic in the blue. And then I mixed up sort of an eggplant purple with, it also has like a fair amount of metallic purple mixed in. Also Floetrol and water. And as for the water, I really didn't feel like I needed a lot of water, so I just put like, I don't know, maybe 5 milliliter dropper full of water in each cup. So, and then I also was thinking, like, I see a lot of people put like white paint on first, and I think I'm going to do that just because I'm worried if I don't do that, it might screw it up and then I'll regret it. So I'm going to kind of put a bunch of white on first, and then do my technique on each one. And then the colors that I picked out are what I call desert colors, like a desert sunset. And I thought I might also put just one little line of green or a couple drops. No Floetrol or nothing, just a couple little dots, just so that there is some green in there to kind of be like the cactus in the desert, okay? And that is Green Beret. It's a satin from Art Deco Art. And all of my paints are like these cheap Walmart things. So, so yeah, I'm going to pause the video so that I can put the tacks on the bottom of the canvas boards so that I'm ready to go. Okay, so I could not fit tacks on the bottom of the canvas boards because the canvas boards are too thin. The tack would have just gone right through the board, and I'm not trying to create problems that I can't fix later, so I decided instead to just put some plastic knives down, and hopefully that's enough to lift it off of there so that it won't stick. So yeah, and then I realized also that I can't do 3 boards super fast because I've got like a mess to deal with. So I'm just going to pause it in between each one, and so yeah, so if it seems like a weird transition between each one, it's because I needed to pause it between. Okay, so I have put a little bit of white down on the canvas, and I should have brought maybe a sponge over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go get that. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna use this little sponge deal to move the paint around, just because I feel like if it's not covering it everywhere, it might be not so not wet enough everywhere to get it to do what it's supposed to do. Like I said, I have never done this before. I am an experienced painter, but I've never tried to like pour it. And I've always wanted to give it a try, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it, and so I did like most people do, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and now I'm pretty confident that I could probably do this. Okay, I'm not left-handed, guys, so if I'm not very coordinated with my left hand, that's why. Okay, so this looks pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna like set my little thing down over here, and I guess I'll try the tilting one first. No, I want to try the scrape one first, because that was like the whole reason why I finally decided to do this. So I'm gonna do that one. And then I decided I kind of wanted it like a sunset, kind of. So here we go. This is the orange. Okay. And then thinking like maybe the blue. And then the purple. Hopefully I poured enough for 3 projects. And then I said I wanted to do a little bit of green just so that we get the whole like cactus vibe up in there. So I'm just going to do a little bit of green. And I did not mix this obviously with anything. Okay, And then we'll do this gold brown at the bottom. Okay. Alright, here's the nerve-wracking part. God, I hope I don't make a huge mess with this. Get a tray, just in case, to catch this paper towel with. Or not. Okay, so, hopefully I don't totally screw this up, but basically the idea is that you drag the paper towel across the paint. And you're supposed to let it sort of sit on there and absorb a little bit first. I'm going to push it down to the edge. And I'm going to slowly drag this. Oh God. Oh no, I think I'm doing it too much. Okay. Well, that wasn't very graceful, but who knows if maybe it'll look cool later. I don't know. So now what, guys? Oh, I see some cells popping out. That's cool. I feel like the edges didn't get... I think maybe I need to tilt it a little bit because it's just... This is where shit's gonna get really messy, right? God, this is so much paint. It's crazy. I feel like maybe I should swipe it one more time. Okay, I'm gonna try to swipe it one more time. This time I'm only gonna use like one little paper towel. Start at the top again. Oh, this is better already. I can see through and I can kind of see what I'm doing. Yes. Oh, yes. And then I can, yeah. This is way cooler. Okay, and I didn't drop it all over it this time. Sweet. Okay. Oh yeah, now I can see some of the green poking through too. The only thing that sucks is that I didn't wait to do this project until I had a blowtorch. I'm kind of regretting that now because I can see how that would be really useful. But maybe sitting here and letting it do its thing for a little while, it might do some of that cell action on its own. But who's got time to wait, right? Okay, well I think I'm going to pause the video and try to move this, or maybe let it dry for a minute and then move it so that I can do the next one. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back. And I successfully moved that without spilling it, so that's good, right? Okay, so now we're on to number 2. I don't know if putting that white underneath was such a good idea. I think this time, since I'm going to do the blow one next, I'm just going to go around the edges. I see them do that sometimes, so let's hope for the best on this one. And because I'm going to do the blow one this time, I'm going to try not to use that much paint, so that way I have some left over for the regular pour. Like how I'm going through this backwards. That's how I do. Okay, so I'm going to do that, something like that. I don't know what that was, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to do quite a bit more of this one. Sort of right there. Okay. And then some blue. Sticking with the same desert colored vibe. I don't know why I think these are desert colors, but I do. I think they're desert colors. Doesn't give me very much blue for the last one, but that's okay. This is the first try. Oh god, there's a lot of purple. So I'll just use a little bit, and then I'll make up for it with the other one. Okay. And just to stick with the same colors as the other one, I'll put a little green. Okay. So here's the part where I embarrass myself blowing, right? I don't know if I should like move it around until it touches the white. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that first. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to pause it, because if I blow while the video's on, my head's going to be in the way the whole time anyways. So I'm going to fiddle with it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I blew it, and I muddied the colors too much, so I'm going to actually just use this as sort of a freebie and do the whole tilting thing on this one. And try to do the blow thing on another one. So hopefully this doesn't look too horrible. I guess I could add more paint to it if I wanted to. Oh, I feel like I just suck at this. Ooh, that's kind of pretty up there, where the blue and the white's kind of. I think I'm going to try this whole project again with a torch. I can see how I would have probably got much better results if I would have had that first. I did get some cells that are pretty cool, but like right here, probably going to end up getting rid of it though as I tip it this way. We'll see. You never know. But I do notice that my paint is not like moving very easily, so maybe I could have put more water. So next time I'll definitely do that. going to try to flow some of this white off the edge. Oh my gosh. While I like getting really messy doing charcoal drawings, I don't really like getting paint messy. Especially with the Floetrol, like I think it has some chemicals in it I probably don't want seeping into my skin. Okay, so this one's kind of crazy. I need to help it a little bit. I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to try to think about how the hell I'm going to shut the camera off. Mom, can you come here?
Really have to pee, but...
Right there, there's a pause button. Can you push it? Okay, so I decided that for this last attempt at doing the bloom or whatever it's called, where you blow it with the straw, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some white in this cup and some Floetrol and some water, because I think maybe that was part of the problem before, was that there wasn't quite enough fluid going on. So I'm going to give it one more try. Floetrol. I still don't have a torch, but at this point it is what it is. And I'll definitely be ordering one now. So that my second attempt at this will be better. Okay, here we go. Last one. This one is the bloom. And I want to get like this white all around the edges this time. So that was why I kind of quit on the last one, was because it didn't seem like I had quite enough white on there. Okay. If you've never done this before, I suggest you watch lots of YouTube videos from different artists, because everybody has kind of their own style. Oh, maybe I should have put this in the middle more. I don't know. I've seen it done so many different ways at this point in time. I guess it all turns out pretty anyways, right? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put... I'm going to start with this orange. And I'll do the purple. I almost don't want to put the brown, because last time I did the brown and it has that gold in it, it kind of made it pretty muddy. Maybe I'll only put a little bit this time. And some blue. I don't even remember if I tried putting any green in this or not. I don't even remember now. Not much blue left. A little bit of this brown gold color that I made. Don't want to use too much. And then a little bit of this green, just because. Make sure I get some of that in there. Okay. Again, I'm going to pause it because I feel like my head's going to be in the way the whole time. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I did the blow technique. And I feel like I use way too much paint. So this is actually not as easy as it looks. You know, you see the videos online and it looks as easy as dumping paint, but it's really not. I think that there is a learning curve to this where you have to kind of figure out how much paint to use, the exact, like, perfect mixture you like using as far as the Floetrol and the water and the paint. Of course, every paint is like a little bit different consistency, so you have to account for that too. And I'm definitely using way too much paint. So I don't know like how many weeks this is going to take to dry, but anyways, this is my first attempt, and I will try to add finished photos to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so this is the one that I did that was where I dragged the paper towel off of it. And this is the second one I did that turned into, well, it originally was going to be that bloom method where I blow it with a straw. And then it got too muddy, so I turned it into just a regular paint pour where you like tilt the canvas around. Still, I'm not very happy with it. Maybe it would have turned out way better if I would have had the torch lighter that I need, but I'm ordering that literally is done as soon as I'm done with this video. And then this one, I actually like the way it turned out. It's really hard to see it in this lighting and stuff, and plus this is all like wet paint still. It's still, as you can see, it's still dripping off because like I use way too much paint. But it was good for a first try, and I think I learned a lot just this first go around. So after I get the torch lighter, I will give it another try. Thanks guys, thanks for watching.